Hi everybody, I'm PJ with Princess Craft RV here in Round Rock, Texas. And we are so glad to have a holiday house trailer to show you today. It's 21 foot 9 inches from the very tip of the hitch to the very back. It's got the aluminum cage frame. It's got a green core floor. So it's not gonna cause you any problems. It's uncrushable. It's got so many great features in it, all LED lighting. However, on the outside and the inside as well, it's gonna look very close to the originals built in the late 50s. I'm so excited to show this to you. Before we get started, remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you'd like to see all of our walkthroughs. And we look forward to seeing you every time we put a new one out. So let's get inside and get started. All right, everyone. We're going to have to start, of course, right up front in the dinette with this large world view front window. That's what they call it. It actually wraps around the side, comes to the front. It's a 3-piece window, and look how gorgeous it is. I love the LED lighting in the roof, and I think I mentioned this is all LED lighting on the inside. But the 2 little lights on the top give it that kind of, original look. You've got a nice ledge across the front, 2 ledges in the back. I love the way they've done the aluminum trim around them, so you really, on these countertops, even on the table, you get that vintage look. The seating here comes in 2 colors. This is the gray tone. It comes in another one that's called copper and has a little different pattern on it. And again, it has the original look to it that the holiday house trailers had. Let's talk briefly about the features they've added in here. You have 2 speakers on the top here because you do have the AM, FM, CD, Bluetooth stereo, of course. On the sides, you've got light switches. It's a power awning switch. 2 light switches here. One is going to be those very front panel lights. The next one is going to be the overheads. You have right here, this first one is what we call your courtesy light. So when you walk in, if you hit this first switch, it's going to turn on this courtesy light right here so you can find your way around. Now, the rest of them are controlled on the other side, so we'll get to that later. You have a ledge on both sides. Right above here, you have electrical outlets on both sides, actually, so that you could put electronics up here, a small coffee pot, maybe a Bluetooth speaker, anything you'd like to charge. Just great to be able to access it. You notice in the back of the dinette table, you have another 110 plug. That just makes this so that you can configure it any way you want with entertainment, appliances, anything else. Moving around to the other side, you have a cable hookup in case you have a television that you'd like to set out on that ledge, and a 110 plug next to it, along with USB ports. A little of everything here. Let's look at these 2 switches here. The first one is going to be this Art Deco, little old-fashioned, I don't think that's the right word, but it is a nice little squared light like you might have found in the original. The other one is going to be the other light on this side. Another courtesy switch right here. I love the way you can light up trailers to where you need it and how you need it. I know it wasn't too long ago that one switch controlled every light in the place, and you really couldn't make your trailer feel the way you wanted sometimes because all the lights came on and it was all or nothing. This actual dinette is very spacious. It could easily fit 6 people, and it goes down to your sleeping area. Now, the way it works is that you lift up this table, you fold the leg under, the table swivels down, sits on the ledge between the cushions, and of course both cushions slide in. Now this makes a 55-inch by 77-inch bed. Very comfortable for 2 people here. Let's move around, take a look at the kitchen. So this kitchen has a very nice counter space here right at the end. Of course, all the aluminum trim is accented by the aluminum sink. Now this is a very deep sink, probably 7 or 8 inches. It's not round, it's not oval, it's like a half circle with rounded edges. I love of course, the high faucet here allows you to put larger pots and pans on the inside, or even some of those really big glasses. Again, it's a very deep sink, so it's going to be very usable. A plug on the back here, of course, any type of appliances or anything you'd need to use that for. Let's look at the storage space. This up here has 2 shelves. Underneath, you've got 1 large space and a second one underneath. The drawers underneath the sink are not quite what you would expect. The top one has a little tray. Most people use that for sinks, sponges, or anything you'd use in the sink. The next one is not a full drawer because it actually goes around the plumbing for the sink. So you have storage on both sides and then a space in front. Slides right in. Now the bottom 2, they are drawers. So you can see what they look like. And you may notice that the bottom of all the drawers, the bottom of the cabinets, and the front of the refrigerator panel all has this nice retro style pattern on it. Gives it a really nice feel. All right. I love the new stove and microwave that people are using. This is the new Dinette that has the iron grid on the top, 3 burners, nice chrome knobs on the front, and so it's very easy to clean. This iron grid just pops off and you can clean up underneath it super easy. They put in a hood vent here that's going to have a light and a fan with storage above it. Of course, you can never have too much storage. You do have a window above the sink here. The bottom half slides up so that it opens. Not only can you see out, but you kind of get that nice breeze coming in. Underneath the stove is a microwave. Now, of course, nothing like what you would have in the original, but a really nice convenient feature to have. Let's check that out. And this storage underneath. Now that also has your low point drains on it, but there is space for storage in there. You just want to be careful not to hit the plumbing. Next to that, of course, your converter down here with your breakers and fuses, and this will be the forced air furnace. Now let's take a look. There's a drawer and 3 more cabinets here. So there is really a fair amount of storage in this kitchen. Such a nice feature to break it up into 3 smaller cabinets, and that's very traditional. That's how it was done 50 years ago. There you go. Let's take a look at the bathroom in this unit. Now in this bathroom, you're going to have a separate toilet and shower. It has a power fan at the top. You can also open the window. It's going to give you a little extra ventilation. And they even went so far as to put a porcelain toilet in this. So it's a very nice, very usable corner bathroom. This area pulls out into a bed. Very simple, but in the meantime, it's bench seating, very accessible. Windows at the back and on the side with storage above. This cabinet opens up all the way around. It is not divided, so if you have something a little longer, it's easy to fit inside that cabinet. Let's see, you do have a 110 plug on this wall. I don't know if we got a shot of that. There is a panel right here, but it is strictly an access panel for the bathroom. This light right here is another kind of retro style lighting, and it is on its own switch. So you can see that if you wanted just some nice little lantern lighting, that's easy to do. This lights up all of the under cabinet lighting. Now this touchscreen control right here actually controls the AC that's on the roof, and it also controls the forced air furnace. Very simple to use, just like the one that you have at home. There is an option for a cabinet AC and a heat pump. However, we have found the ones on the roof to be very efficient here in Texas, so that's what we have in this particular build. This bed is actually 72 inches long. It goes out to about 44 inches, so you've got some width on it and some length. A nice size adult could sleep here. Let's move on. Take a look at the refrigerator. Of course, the nice modern Dometic refrigerator. They did put the retro pattern on the front, which is nice. There you go, separate refrigerator and freezer. And up above, this is going to be the controls for that Bluetooth stereo that I told you about. Let's come around and look at the controls just as you walk in the door. I'll step on this side. There is the battery, the tank levels, and did I mention this has a 30-gallon freshwater tank, a 28-gallon gray, and a 28-gallon black. So you've got plenty of tank levels, and you can watch them right here on your monitor. The water pump switch is right here at the front, and it does have a gas and an electric water heater. 2 light switches here for the lighting on the inside, and you're good to go. One more compartment under here. Let's take a look. You have just a little bit of storage there. Most of it is access, but you do have some storage there. It goes around the wheel well, so they want to take advantage of every little corner they have. So now that we've looked around the inside, let's try to walk around the outside. Take a look at all those retro features that they have included. Okay, so the outside is just gorgeous. I love the retro original look. All of the aluminum on the outside is 030. This is going to be powder coated, and when you get to the brighter areas, it actually is clear coated, so there's really no maintenance and no issues. It's going to give you years of just beauty and fun. All right, I'm going to start near the front here. Of course, it has stabilizer jacks on all 4 corners, hand cranked, very easy to use, and right behind that, it has an interesting handle. Now this handle right here is what you pull out to release the step, to push it in, and you pull it out to loosen it, and your step comes out and locks into place. It's great to get the mud off your feet. It's got a real solid aluminum traditional look. It is an upgrade from the original, of course, but I just love the way it feels. Look at this handle. The light underneath it looks like an old Chevy car door to me. Of course, this is the vent on the back of the refrigerator, and 2 electrical outlets right here. Past that, more storage underneath that bench seating, and there you can see the handle for the stabilizer jacks on all 4 corners and the 30-amp electrical cord on the other side. Now this electric awning is so simple to use. All you do is push the button, it goes out, push the button, goes right back in. To secure it, they have some Velcro straps here just to be sure it doesn't move, and just blends right in with the vintage look of the trailer. Let's look at the back of the trailer here. LED lights on the rear, so you have LED lights inside and outside. Here's the rear window on the side. Of course, the bathroom is on the other side, so we don't have a window in the back. I absolutely love the classic holiday house look on the back, the letters that they've added in, and the little spot clearance lights at the top. Now this has got the red stripe in it, but you also can get a black stripe or a blue stripe. The aluminum bumper here. And on this side, you've got these wonderful classic aluminum, bright aluminum chromed covers here. This one is the cable intake. Remember, you had 2 spots in there for hooking up to cable television if you happen to be at a campsite that has that. The other one, your 30 amp hookup. We saw the cord inside that goes with this trailer. The vent for the furnace. Let's take a look under here at your tank connections. You have one sewer hose hookup with a black tank pull on one side and the gray tank pull on the other. Remember, both these tanks are 28 gallons, so you've got plenty of tank space. The white wall tires, the baby moon hubcaps, they just really add to the look of this classic trailer. Water heater right here. In this compartment is the fill for the water tank, the fresh water tank that's 30 gallons, and it's going to be your city connection if you want to hook up directly to the faucets and not use that fresh water tank. Coming around the front, 2 propane bottles. They are the 5-gallon bottles, the automatic switchover, the battery, everything you would expect on a modern trailer, and the beautiful world view window in the front. So I think we've showed you everything about this holiday house trailer. I'm sure we've missed something. If we have, please let us know. I enjoyed showing you the aluminum exterior, the vintage look, the hardwood interior. It's got that welded aluminum cage frame. What a great trailer. So call us with your questions. I'm PJ at Princess Craft RV here in Round Rock, Texas. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to see more walkthroughs, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you next time.